Xenophon's Anabasis, often translated as the March Up Country or the Expedition of Cyrus, is one of the most extraordinary survival stories from ancient Greek literature. Written by Xenophon, a philosopher, historian, and soldier, Anabasis provides a first-hand account of an extraordinary military expedition undertaken by Greek mercenaries. Hired by Cyrus the Younger, these mercenaries, often referred to as the 10,000, found themselves in a desperate situation when Cyrus's campaign to seize the Persian throne failed. The narrative covers their harrowing retreat through hostile territory to return to Greek lands and provides a unique glimpse into Greek military tactics, the Persian Empire, leadership, and cultural encounters between Greeks and barbarians. The work has continued to captivate readers for its historical, philosophical, and narrative qualities, standing as one of the foundational texts of Western military and adventure literature. Historical background and context of Anabasis. In the late 5th century BCE, the Persian Empire under King Darius II was a vast and diverse empire spanning much of the known world, but it was not without internal conflicts. Upon Darius's death, his sons Artaxerxes II and Cyrus the Younger emerged as rivals for the throne. Cyrus, who had been appointed satrap, regional governor of Lydia, Phrygia, and Cappadocia, held significant military and political power, and he harbored ambitions to overthrow his brother and become king of Persia. In 401 BCE, Cyrus enlisted a large number of Greek mercenaries, ostensibly under the pretense of dealing with local rebellions, but actually aiming to use them in a campaign against Artaxerxes. This force, made up of around 10,000 Greek soldiers, largely from city-states such as Athens and Sparta, joined a much larger Persian army led by Cyrus. The Greeks, who had no prior allegiance to Persia, were motivated primarily by the promise of rich pay and potentially political influence. Xenophon, an Athenian nobleman and student of Socrates, joined this expedition at the invitation of a friend, originally as an observer rather than a soldier. His account, Anabasis, is a rare first-hand narrative that provides a window into Persian court intrigue, Greek mercenary life, and the challenges of survival in unfamiliar territories. Structure and style of Anabasis. The work is organized into 7 books, each of which chronicles a different phase of the journey, from the assembly and march of the army toward the Persian heartland to the Greeks' retreat after the catastrophic defeat at Cunaxa. The straightforward narrative structure and clear chronology make the account accessible, while Xenophon's narrative style is direct and unembellished. He often refers to himself in the third person, a stylistic choice that scholars have interpreted as a means of conveying objectivity. His approach combines elements of military history, personal memoir, and ethnography, and his descriptions of the landscapes, people, and customs encountered are vivid, highlighting the diversity of the Persian Empire and its various provinces. The plot of Anabasis follows the Greeks' journey from high hopes to hardship, as their mission evolves from a campaign of conquest to a desperate struggle for survival. The expedition begins with the assembling of Greek mercenaries and the initial march toward Persia, where they begin to suspect Cyrus's true intentions. Though Cyrus initially claims that he intends to quell minor rebellions, his intentions become clear as they advance deeper into Persian territory. Tensions increase as the Greeks realize they are part of an ambitious bid for the throne, though they reluctantly continue to support Cyrus in hopes of rich rewards. The central conflict of Anabasis unfolds at the Battle of Cunaxa, where Cyrus and his forces engage the army of Artaxerxes II. Although the Greek mercenaries manage to defeat the opposing Persian forces on their flank, Cyrus himself is killed in the conflict. His death leaves the Greek soldiers leaderless and stranded deep within enemy territory, more than 1,000 miles from home. The Greeks, who had come as conquerors, now face the daunting challenge of survival in a hostile environment, surrounded by potential enemies and far from any friendly allies. In the aftermath of the battle, the Greek generals attempt to negotiate with Tissaphernes, one of Artaxerxes' generals. However, their trust is betrayed, and several of the Greek leaders are treacherously seized and executed. This betrayal leaves the remaining Greeks in a critical state, leaderless and dispirited. At this juncture, Xenophon emerges as a central figure in the narrative, taking a leadership role despite his lack of prior military command experience. He rallies the men, giving an inspiring speech in which he emphasizes their shared Greek identity and the need for discipline and unity if they are to survive. The Greeks begin their arduous march northward toward the Black Sea, navigating treacherous mountain passes, dealing with hostile local tribes, and struggling with shortages of food and water. Xenophon describes numerous skirmishes and conflicts with various indigenous groups, and he recounts the severe hardships faced by the Greeks as they endure hunger, fatigue, and extreme weather. The narrative captures the constant oscillation between despair and hope as the Greeks cling to the faint possibility of returning home. One of the most famous episodes in Anabasis occurs when the Greeks finally reach the site of the Black Sea and cry out, "Thalata! Thalata!" The sea! The sea! This sight marks the end of their immediate ordeal and symbolizes the possibility of a safe return to Greece, although challenges remain. The Greek soldiers continue to face difficulties as they seek transportation and provisions to complete their journey home, and they encounter further conflicts with local rulers and among themselves. Xenophon's account concludes with the eventual return of the Greeks to the coast, where they finally find relative safety. Leadership and character of Xenophon. One of the most striking themes in Anabasis is leadership, particularly as it is tested in crisis. After the betrayal of the original Greek commanders, Xenophon takes on a leadership role and becomes the de facto leader of the Greek forces. This development is significant, as Xenophon had joined the expedition not as a soldier, but as an observer, and his transition from participant to leader marks a major turning point in the narrative. Throughout the retreat, Xenophon demonstrates qualities that he deems essential to leadership, including courage, adaptability, and a capacity to inspire his comrades. Xenophon's portrayal of himself is balanced. He is not merely a heroic figure, but a realistic one who struggles with the complexities of command. His leadership style emphasizes pragmatic decision-making and the importance of maintaining discipline among the soldiers, even in desperate situations. Xenophon often faces resistance from his men, who question his decisions and express resentment toward his authority, yet he manages to keep them focused on the common goal of survival. His leadership is portrayed as a balancing act, where he must consider both the immediate needs of his men and the ethical implications of their actions in foreign lands. The narrative is infused with a sense of fate and divine will, reflecting Greek religious beliefs. Before making major decisions, Xenophon frequently consults omens or performs sacrifices to ensure the favor of the gods. This piety is a reflection of the Greek worldview, which held that the gods played an active role in human affairs and that failing to respect them could bring disaster. Xenophon's actions illustrate a worldview in which success and survival are believed to depend not only on human skill, but also on divine favor. The god's presence in Anabasis is both literal and metaphorical. While Xenophon's prayers and sacrifices are a practical means of securing the loyalty of his men, they also symbolize the Greeks' underlying sense of hope. The role of divine intervention suggests that even in the bleakest of circumstances, there is a higher power guiding their path, and it serves as a reminder of the importance of moral and ethical conduct. Greek identity and cultural encounters. Anabasis also explores the theme of Greek identity and the relationship between Greeks and the barbarian world. Xenophon's account repeatedly emphasizes the importance of unity among the Greeks, whose shared language, customs, and ideals help sustain them through their ordeal. The Greek soldiers see themselves as culturally and morally distinct from the non-Greek peoples they encounter, and their shared Greek identity becomes a rallying point during moments of crisis. Xenophon's descriptions of the foreign lands and peoples they encounter provide insights into his views on cultural differences. While he admires certain aspects of Persian and other foreign cultures, he often portrays non-Greek peoples as morally and intellectually inferior to the Greeks. This ethnocentric perspective reflects broader Greek attitudes of the time, which regarded Greeks as inherently superior to non-Greek barbarians. Nevertheless, Xenophon's account is not without nuance. He acknowledges the bravery and skill of some of their adversaries, and he occasionally admires the customs and practices of the people they encounter. The central narrative of Anabasis revolves around survival against overwhelming odds. After the death of Cyrus, the Greek mercenaries find themselves in a hostile land, surrounded by enemies and faced with near constant danger. Xenophon's account emphasizes the Greeks' resilience and determination to survive, even when they are physically and emotionally exhausted. The themes of endurance, hope, and perseverance pervade the narrative, and the soldiers' ultimate success in reaching the Black Sea is a testament to their collective will to survive. Xenophon's account of the retreat highlights the practical challenges of survival, from securing food and water to navigating dangerous terrain and evading hostile forces. These difficulties lend a sense of realism to the narrative, as Xenophon provides a detailed account of the physical and psychological toll of the journey. His emphasis on resourcefulness and practical decision-making illustrates not only the Greek soldiers' physical resilience, but also their ability to adapt to changing circumstances. This theme resonates deeply with modern readers, emphasizing the timeless human capacity to confront adversity with ingenuity and tenacity. Impact and legacy. Xenophon's Anabasis has had a profound and lasting impact on various fields, including military studies, history, and literature. Its detailed portrayal of military operations and the challenges faced during a retreat makes it a valuable resource for understanding ancient warfare and leadership dynamics. The work has been studied by military leaders and strategists over the centuries who have drawn lessons from Xenophon's experiences and insights. One of the most significant aspects of Anabasis is its role in shaping the perception of Greek identity and the concept of the heroic journey. The narrative can be viewed as a precursor to later adventure and survival literature, highlighting the individual's struggle against overwhelming odds. Themes of camaraderie, loyalty, and sacrifice resonate with audiences across time, creating a sense of shared human experience that transcends cultural and temporal boundaries. Xenophon's work also provides an early example of ethnography, offering insights into the customs and societies of the various peoples the Greeks encountered. His descriptions of the Persian Empire and its diverse cultures contribute to our understanding of ancient civilizations, highlighting the interconnectedness of cultures and the complexities of cross-cultural interactions. This ethnographic perspective has inspired generations of historians and anthropologists to explore the nuances of cultural exchange and the nature of identity in a global context. The philosophical dimensions of Anabasis. Beyond its historical and military significance, Anabasis also engages with philosophical themes, particularly in relation to ethics and moral conduct. Xenophon's reflections on leadership, decision-making, and the responsibilities of command resonate with broader philosophical inquiries into the nature of virtue and the good life. His commitment to moral principles, even in the face of adversity, serves as a reminder of the importance of ethics in leadership and human interactions. The narrative also prompts readers to consider the nature of fate and human agency. Xenophon's repeated references to divine favor and the unpredictable outcomes of their journey raise questions about the extent to which individuals can control their destinies. This interplay between fate and free will is a theme that has been explored by philosophers throughout history, and Anabasis provides a rich context for examining these ideas in the ancient world. In conclusion, Xenophon's Anabasis is a multifaceted work that offers insights into ancient military practices, cultural encounters, and philosophical inquiries. It is a remarkable narrative of endurance and survival, capturing the struggles of the Greek mercenaries as they navigate the complexities of warfare and retreat. The themes of leadership, identity, and resilience resonate with modern audiences, emphasizing the timeless nature of the human experience. Through his detailed account, Xenophon not only chronicled a significant historical event, but also contributed to our understanding of human nature, ethics, and the intricate tapestry of cultures that comprised the ancient world. The legacy of Anabasis continues to endure, inspiring generations of readers, scholars, and leaders to reflect on the challenges of their own journeys and the values that guide them along the way. The enduring relevance of Anabasis lies not only in its historical and military significance, but also in its capacity to provoke thought and discussion on fundamental human themes. As we engage with Xenophon's narrative, we are reminded of the resilience of the human spirit and the importance of leadership, unity, and ethical conduct in the face of adversity. Whether studied for its historical context, philosophical insights, or narrative quality, Anabasis remains a seminal work that invites exploration and reflection on the complexities of the human experience.